Good morning and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, August 13th, 2015. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So as always, we start our videos off with a 2-year weekly chart of the Russell Index. We use the Russell as our simple proxy for overall market health, strength, and direction. And because we never want to put a chart forward to our viewers unless we're putting it forward in a rising market environment. So as you can see, we're going to just step back and review a little bit. We were keeping an eye on this blue channel that the Russell was trading in through much of 2014. And more recently, we've been keeping an eye on this orange area of more minor support, but more recent minor support and resistance. When price was above this orange line, it was support, and when it traded below, it became resistance. So I think it's interesting to note how price consolidated through much of 2014, and then in the latter part of the year migrated to the top of the channel, and then in February of 2015, it broke out and up out of that channel and had this nice little run up, and we've been more or less trading sideways, kind of consolidating again through much of the rest of 2015. So we're keeping an eye on this orange line that is currently resistance, but I think it's interesting to note how price this week landed right at the top of our prior blue channel line, the upper line. Very interesting, and it was a very bullish reversal day in the market. So let's move away from the 2-year weekly to the 9-month daily. You can see the Russell had a pretty bullish day, long wick, right at an interesting area of support. I'd like you to take a look at the S&P. Very strong day with volume, and same with the Dow. Strong day with volume at this interesting area of trend line support. So we'll go back to the Russell, and because at Chart of the Day Cafe we do not put any new charts forward until price on the Russell trades above this blue line, which is the 8-day EMA. So because price on the Russell is not above the blue line, we will not be putting a chart forward today. But having said that, it looks like we're going to have a nice green day. The futures are up. I'm filming this at about 7:45 on Thursday morning, and the futures are looking pretty healthy. So it looks like we'll get that follow through. We mentioned in our video on Tuesday that the PBOC has devalued their currency, the yuan, and we were waiting to see how the market would digest that information, and it looks to me like the market is interpreting this as stimulative to China and overall good for the markets. So we'll be looking for perhaps this might be the catalyst to move price out of this consolidation pattern that it's been in and really lift things up and over this area. And we may go a lot higher from here, but we're just going to take it day by day and not put any new charts forward this morning. But I would like to point you in the direction of some older charts that were Chart of the Day picks that look pretty strong after yesterday. The first one is Apple. Really nice, whoops, sorry about that. Really nice bullish day, filled this gap here. I think it's worth also noting that the Qs, if you look at it on a weekly, the Qs broke out several weeks ago. So this is a sector that is really showing strength, and Apple is one of the the strongest components of that sector. So that's worth keeping an eye on. This is a past Chart of the Day Cafe pick. The other one, there's two more, Skyworks Solutions, which I think looks interesting here. Oh, sorry about that. Sometimes my computer does that, and I don't know why. All right, we'll move on. LUV, Southwest Airlines, looks very strong here. And the other one is a Canadian dual-listed Valiant Pharmaceuticals, which is a past Chart of the Day Cafe pick. You can see that it's right here at this area of support. So with that, I'll wish you a good rest of the week and weekend, and we will see you next Tuesday when we put out our regular Tuesday morning video. Thanks and have a nice weekend.